All right, this is your local election on YouTube. I am here with Colonel Mark Robertson running for United States Congress in Nevada's 1st District. So, how are you today, Mark?
I'm good, Andrew. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, just wanted to ask you so, you ran for Congress in last year's midterms, and you came up just shy of winning the overall election. So, what made you decide you wanted to run for Congress again for next year's election?
So the same reason I ran the first time. I don't like the direction the country's going, and I could no longer just sit back and wish that somebody else did something about it. So I decided to throw my name in the hat and uh, and represent the people of Nevada to make some changes that our country needs.
It's basically you want something done, you do it yourself type of thing.
Yeah, I wasn't satisfied to just complain about what was going on. I wanted to actually do something about it.
Yeah, I think most Americans can agree with that right now. The and your Democrat opponent is Congresswoman Dina Titus. So why do you think you're a better fit for your district than Miss Dina Titus?
Dina Titus admits that she's the most liberal representative from Nevada, and that was great before when her district was mostly Democrat. But the boundaries have changed, and her district is now only 36% Democrat, and so she no longer represents the majority of the people in her district, and she's really has extreme positions that don't line with the people of the district. So I want to represent the people of the district and who they are, and take those views and positions back to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I think I saw on Wikipedia yesterday that it said she had a 100% voting record with Joe Biden last year.
Yeah, and she's not embarrassed by that. She proudly proclaims, in her words, "I'm riding with Biden." She's all in on this Biden agenda, including the open borders and the flow of guns and gangs and fentanyl across our borders, the excess spending that's created the inflation that's called Bidenomics. She's all in on all of that.
Yeah, so she just doesn't vote like she's in a swing district.
No, no, and again, she's a 12-year incumbent, and for 11 of those years, she could vote extreme left because her district was a protected district. But the boundaries changed, and it's no longer that way.
Yeah, I was looking at her electoral record, and you gave her one of her closest elections last year.
Yeah, with just a week to go before the election, I was up by 12 in the polls.
So, what is your main priority entering office if you were to win the election next year?
Yeah, kind of a government 101 or Constitution 101. The very first organization that the Constitution created was the House of Representatives. And it's called the House of Representatives because this is the position that specifically represents people. The president represents the entire country. The Senate represents the states from where they come from. But it is the members of the House of Representatives that represent the people of their district. And so I will represent the 750,000 people of Nevada's 1st Congressional District. So my priority is to them. I will be loyal to the Constitution and to the people of my district, not to any particular party or person.
So, do you have any policies that you propose to support representing the people?
Yeah, so as I'm out talking to people, and I spend a lot of time talking and listening to people, and their top concerns at first is the education system. Less than half of the students coming out of our school system can read and do math at grade level. Parents want choice, so I'll fight for school choice and allow the education dollars to follow the child. I would join with other members of Congress in disbanding the Department of Education. There's nothing in the U.S. Constitution that says that the federal government should have any role in education. This education decision should be made as close to the child as possible, preferably by that child's parents, not by bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. So I would eliminate the Department of Education and block grant that the $86 billion they spend back to the states in the form of vouchers that parents can use to educate their children. The second issue I hear is security. And so we need to secure the border to stop the flow of guns, gangs, and drugs into our neighborhoods. People want to feel safe in their neighborhood, and that begins by protecting our borders. And then the third is we've got to stop this runaway inflation caused by Bidenomics. Overspending by the federal government has created this inflation and caused hardships for Nevada families. Gas prices here are over $5 again, and food prices are up nearly 25% since Biden took over. It is hurting Nevada families, and I hear it from them, personally from them. So those are the three main issues that I'll be working on in Congress.
That sounds pretty good. And is there anything about yourself that you would want potential voters to know about you?
Well, my wife and I raised our family in this district. I live among the people I will serve. I owned a business here. I was a substitute teacher in the Clark County School District. I taught at UNLV. I have a degree in finance, so I know how the economy works and I know how to tame inflation. I also served 30 years in the Army. I enlisted as a private and retired as a colonel. I served in 10 different foreign countries, including combat zones in Afghanistan, Iraq, Kuwait. With the current situation in Israel, where once again extreme Islamist extremists have attacked freedom-loving people, I've experienced with that. I've fought those extremists, and our country needs that type of experience in Congress. So those are the things I will bring to the people of Nevada and to the United States Congress.
All right. Well, I don't have any more questions for you. Everything sounded pretty good. I wish you luck on your campaign, and I hope to see you win next year.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate the opportunity to talk.
All right.